An alien civilization invades Earth again after 20 years. Humanity's orbital defense system is completely useless. In an instant, the aliens breached the defenses and broke through. Let's go back 20 years. Aliens invaded Earth and were ultimately defeated by humanity. The wreckage they left behind spurred rapid advancements in human technology. In Earth's orbit, humans built a space cannon, imitating alien weaponry. The moon has also become a true satellite base. The protagonist, Jake, is working as a transport pilot on the moon base. He averts an accident with his exceptional piloting skills, but is reprimanded by his superior for disobeying orders. Meanwhile, General Adams arrives at Area 51, the Earth Space Defense Headquarters. Alien prisoners from the last war are held here. For 20 years they have remained docile, but now they have become unusually agitated. The general immediately contacts Levinson, the scientist from the first movie who detected the aliens' approach. Levinson is currently on a research mission in Africa. They arrive at the base of a local warlord. Here lies an alien ship that landed 20 years ago. After landing back then, it began drilling into the Earth. It only stopped after Levinson destroyed the Mothership. Several people enter the ship's interior. They suddenly discover the ship's system has activated at some point, and it's continuously sending a locator signal into deep space. It seems another crisis is brewing. At the same time, Jake is on a video call with his girlfriend, Patricia. Suddenly, the signal is interfered with, and the call drops. Back on Earth, star pilots Dylan and Rain complete their training. They head to the moon base for a tour. As soon as they get off the plane, they're mobbed by fans. Things only calm down when Rain's uncle and commanding officer appears. Later, Dylan runs into Jake in the mess hall. Without a word, he punches him. It turns out they were once wingmen. During a flight test, Jake's showboating nearly got Dylan killed. Because of this incident, Jake was demoted to a transport pilot. Elsewhere, humans who were psychically linked with the aliens during the First War are repeatedly seeing a circular symbol in their minds. The warlord's vision is especially clear. He shows everyone a complete drawing of the circular object. Just as the doctor is pondering the symbol's meaning, a wormhole suddenly appears near the moon base. A spherical ship emerges from it. It's the very object from the drawings. World leaders have gathered for an online conference. They all believe the ship is an invader. They must launch a preemptive strike to destroy it. Levinson quickly interrupts the meeting, explaining that the spherical ship's technology is completely different from the previous invaders. If they open fire now, they could very well stumble into another interstellar war. But a Saturn base was already destroyed a day ago. The High Command still decides to destroy the spherical ship. With the commander's order, the ship is successfully destroyed. The base erupts and cheers. Levinson urgently requests to investigate the crash site, but the High Command tells him to smile for the next day's celebration. Seeing this, Jake steals a transport tug from the base. He FLIs to Earth, picks up the doctor's team, and heads to the crash site. The area is littered with wreckage. Suddenly, Levinson spots an intact white sphere. Shocked, he prepares to take the sphere back to Area 51 for study. Meanwhile, a celebration is underway on Earth. The former president suddenly takes the stage, warning everyone that danger is approaching. But the next second, he clutches his head and collapses. At the same time, other humans who had contact with the aliens begin to suffer from headaches. Near the moon, a cloaked ship reveals its true form. This ship is far larger than the last one. The ship has a staggering diameter of 3,000 kilometers. In the critical moment, Jake successfully grabs the sphere, but is caught by the alien ship's gravity weapon. The personnel at the moon base try to repeat their old trick and blow up the ship. But this time, their attack is blocked by the enemy. Before they can fire a second shot, the enemy destroys the moon base with a single blast. It continues towards Earth. Seeing this, the president orders the activation of the orbital defense system. However, before it can fire, it is destroyed by the enemy. With no obstacles left, the alien ship brazenly enters Earth's atmosphere. During its descent, the ship opens its gravity weapon at the bottom. Buildings on the ground are instantly torn apart. They are lifted into the atmosphere, along with people. Cities not yet affected begin to evacuate their populations. But what goes up must come down. As the gravity weapon is shut off, all the debris plummets back to Earth. With just one move, a human city is turned to ash. Fortunately, Jake's piloting skills are good enough to escape. The official roast is the most lethal. Meanwhile, a group of explorers is salvaging gold in the Atlantic. Seeing the scene before them, they are frozen in shock. Ships at sea flee towards the shore. The alien ship extends its legs. Everywhere it touches, cities are razed to the ground. The stationary ship clings to the earth like a parasite. This time, the White House surprisingly wasn't destroyed, and Levinson's father is also lucky enough to escape. Soon, the former president arrives at Area 51. All the captive aliens there are extremely agitated. It now seems they are celebrating the arrival of the Harvester Queen. To understand why the aliens are invading Earth, know yourself and know your enemy. The former president enters the alien cell alone. The next second, he is grabbed by the neck and pinned against the glass. The alien speaks through the former president. "She is here." A researcher holds up the circular symbol. The alien becomes terrified upon seeing the symbol. It tries to kill the president. Seeing this, soldiers immediately open fire, but the alien grabs a gun and kills the soldiers. At the critical moment, the warlord gets behind the alien and finishes it with a machete. Afterward, the group goes to the command center. Infrared scans show there are thousands upon thousands of aliens in the mothership. And in the center, there is a massive heat signature. It's the Queen. Just then, recon planes send back new intel. The mothership is drilling in the ocean. This time, the diameter is 1 mile, 20 times larger than the hole in Africa. Levinson speculates the alien's target is the Earth's core. If the core is destroyed, Earth will lose its magnetic field. The atmosphere will evaporate, and all life will be extinguished. But humanity is not without a path forward. 20 years ago, the alien mothership was destroyed along with its queen. The drilling machine stopped immediately. So, if they can kill this ship's queen, they can save the Earth once again. And so, the current female president immediately orders the operation to begin. The air fleet prepares to head for the alien mothership. Bombers armed with fusion missiles prepare to destroy the mothership. The fighters' mission is to provide cover at all costs. Jake and Dylan also put aside their differences for this mission. In the middle of the Atlantic, the treasure hunting ship that was salvaging gold is now stationary. Suddenly, a call comes in, asking them to help monitor the aliens' drilling machine. The captain, unconcerned, asks for $1 billion. He doesn't expect the other party to agree without a second thought. The scene changes. Levinson's father is rescued by a group of children. They decide to head to Area 51 for shelter. At this moment, the air fleet has arrived before the mothership. The aliens open fire. At the same time, they dispatch countless alien fighters to intercept. Casualties are heavy. Jake suddenly discovers an entry port on the mothership is not closed. The remaining fighters immediately turn and fly towards the mothership. But the enemy fighters don't follow. Soon, they arrive beneath the Queen. Suddenly, a green light beam passes through the air fleet. All planes instantly lose power and begin to fall. Many small discs fly out and attach themselves to the nuclear warheads. To save humanity, Jake requests HQ to detonate the nukes. As the countdown ends, a burst of fire erupts. It was all a trap set by the Queen. Meanwhile, another green light blooms in Earth's orbit. In an instant, all man-made satellites are destroyed. Humanity has been blinded. And somehow, the aliens have located the High Command Center. The senior leadership, including the female president, are all killed. General Adams is forced to become the new president. Meanwhile, the white sphere in Area 51 is finally extracted. The doctor's assistant accidentally activates the sphere. Then, the white sphere begins to speak. They are also a sapient species. 1,000 years ago, they began to evolve into their current form. The aliens also invaded their homeworld, absorbing its core's energy to develop their technology. The two sides fought for over 1,000 years. Ultimately, the sphere race was annihilated. It is the sole survivor, and it contains the key technology to defeat the aliens. That's why the aliens are terrified of the circular symbol. But when the sphere is activated, it also emits a biosignal. The Queen has already detected its location. And Jake's group is not dead. They made an emergency parachute jump into a pond inside the Mothership. But the aliens are already in pursuit. After a narrow escape, they see the Queen leading her swarm away. The sphere demands to be destroyed immediately. The Queen must not get their technology. Dr. Levinson suddenly comes up with a plan. He wants to set a trap for the Queen in return. First, they'll lock the sphere in a signal-proof room. Then, they'll simulate the sphere's RF signal to lure the Queen into a trap, and then use a cold fusion bomb to kill the Queen. But this plan requires the base's shield generator. If it fails, humanity will lose all hope. In the depths of the Atlantic, the ship monitoring the drilling machine discovers the aliens have already drilled into the inner mantle. Killing the Queen is now extremely urgent. Since humanity's satellites have been destroyed, a volunteer is needed for the mission to detonate the nuke. The former president once again chooses to sacrifice himself. Meanwhile, while on the road, Levinson's father sees a group of schoolchildren. The driver had abandoned the children and fled alone. Luckily, the school bus still has half a tank of gas. So he takes the children with him towards Area 51. Just as the school bus approaches Area 51, countless alien fighters fly overhead. Suddenly, Levinson sees the school bus is about to enter the trap zone. He urgently tells the bus to get over. Get over here now. Thanks a lot. At this time, on the alien mothership, Jake is trash-talking the aliens in the command room. His teammates use the opportunity to steal an alien ship. Fortunately, they all escaped without harm. The Queen has arrived at Area 51. The former president activates the decoy signal as planned. Simultaneously, the lab blocks the real sphere's signal. The Queen falls for it and follows the decoy. His daughter, Patricia, personally provides cover for the former president, escorting her father inside the Queen's warship. Seeing this, Levinson immediately raises the shield. He successfully traps the Queen. The former president then successfully finds the Queen. With a taunt, he presses the detonation button. The Queen's warship is blown to pieces. Everyone is immersed in the joy of victory. But they soon realize something is wrong. Other alien fighters are still attacking the base. Levinson turns his head and discovers the Queen is climbing out of the wreckage. The armor she wears has its own independent shield. After climbing out, she immediately spots the school bus. And at this moment, a classic apocalypse trope. Not running, but waiting for the dog. Human fighters arrive and begin their attack on the Queen. But the Queen's combat power is also very high. And she also has a shield. It's very difficult to inflict damage on her. The Queen continues to chase the school bus. She's determined to kill those who plotted against her. The fighter squadron is almost wiped out while covering Levinson. Only the former president's daughter survives. She gives it her all and successfully breaks the Queen's shield. But she herself is now in danger. At the critical moment, Jake arrives, piloting an alien fighter. He launches a fierce attack on the Queen. At the same time, the alien containment cells inside the base are damaged. The escaped aliens reach the lab. The Queen learns the true location of the sphere. She turns and attacks the base. She also summons a large number of alien fighters. They form a physical shield around the Queen. Jake and Dylan's fighters are also controlled and join the swarm. They soon arrive above the base. The Queen smashes the ground with one punch, pulling out the white sphere from within. Just as humanity is about to fail, Jake and the others activate their fighters' fusion drive. They successfully break out of the swarm. They immediately turn and attack the Queen. Protected by plot armor, they successfully slay the Queen. Then, all the alien fighters begin to fall from the sky. The drilling machine in the Atlantic also stops working. And just like that, humanity is victorious once again. The giant harvester ship is recalled by another Queen. But one can imagine, an even stronger enemy will surely attack next time. However, the technology brought by the white sphere will advance humanity by 1,000 years. Soon, humanity will also have the ability of interstellar travel. At that time, humanity will take the initiative and completely eliminate the aliens. And that's where the movie ends. The visual effects of Independence Day Part 2 are undoubtedly a huge upgrade. It used the world's top special effects technology of its time to depict a very realistic alien invasion scene, but its plot is rather kitsch. Fortunately, the overall style has a deadpan humor. Just watch it as a popcorn flick for the special effects. The second movie continues the tense atmosphere and heroism of the first, but this kind of setup can no longer arouse the audience's interest. Humanity unites in the face of crisis. Individual heroes make sacrifices. The audience can guess the plot development while watching the film. A script lacking in novelty makes it hard to resonate. But overall, the film's visual effects are definitely a successful endeavor. I recommend watching the original movie. The filming of the third part has not yet been scheduled. Personally, regarding the spectacular scenes and the theme of revenge, I'm still looking forward to it. Alright, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel. Your support is my greatest encouragement.